Stepwells in ancient India are almost present in every ancient city, um, as well as most of the temples have a stepwell attached to them. There, when you look at those pictures or when you see actual stepwell, they are very majestic structures, very beautifully and carved, and it's easy to go down and then climb from multiple directions. So recently, even though they are that majestic, recently some of the YouTube channels like Praveen Mohan, basically he mentioned that they are an inverted temple because the stepwell in Rani Ka Vav in Gujarat, um, it's when you invert the picture, like it looks like a temple, so it's assumed like that is a temple. And then National Geographic also captured that notion and then presented a video on that one. But there is an ingenious technique behind the stepwells in ancient India. When I researched and then when I found out that is the way why that is the reason why they construction, I was surprised that the ancient Indians followed that technique. So it is basically to draw more water from subterranean temples. So I will explain why that is. So normally when you look at the well, so if you think this is a well, this is the surface, and then there is subterranean stream comes from this side at the bottom of the well, and then when you look at a common observance with a well is you draw more at certain point of depth, the water stops collecting, and then if you take the water from the well like up to here and then pump the water out, and then overnight it comes back to this level and stops there. Why it is so? It is because when you look at the pressure of the stream, underground stream, and then the pressure of the, let's suppose this is a PS, and then pressure of the water height, that is a PW, and then pressure of the atmosphere. Atmosphere works on the water, and then collectively water pressure, and then these two collectively works against the pressure from the underground streams. So when pressure from the stream is greater than the pressure from the water column and then atmosphere, so then the water flows into the well. So water well keep on collecting the water. When the height is low, this pressure will be, because the water column is less, so it will be more than combined value of these two values. So then water flows more rapidly, and then it slowly, as the water column increases, the pressure from this, the collection of amount of water collected will decrease, and then at some point, so this water column height and this pressure will equal when they equal to the stream pressure of the stream. So when they both this thing, pressure from the stream and the pressure from the water and then atmosphere equals, the inflow stops. The stream, the opening still kept open, but because of the pressure balance, there won't be any water. So what the stepwells did is, stepwells, normally when you see stepwells like this, uh, it goes like this is the surface, and then it goes, some stepwells have walls on one side, and then three sides we have steps. So what happens with this stepwell is, so stepwell, if this is the normal height of the well that collects the water, when you have stepwell from this direction and this direction, all the four directions, it collects more water. So this water, whatever the water collected on this part, apart from that pressure from this, where this pressure spot is there for the subterranean stream, this is all extra water. Like normally when you collect the water, take the water and then put it into the fields, right? And then almost it comes to this part, and then they just farmers, they leave the well and then go do something else because there is no water and they can't pump. But so in the overnight, when they later on in the night, like suppose 2 o'clock in the midnight, it fills up to this point if only the well is there, and then the rest of the hours there is no water flow. If we have this kind of step well construction, instead of water overflows here, so this pressure doesn't count. Whatever this water collected outside the this well area won't be counted for the pressure because this is acting on these steps. So imagine water collecting this area and on all the other sides. There is more. When you come back in the morning, there will be more water to pump out of the well. So that is the ingenious technique ancient devised to collect more water, subterranean water, into this kind of structure. So they are definitely majestic, they're beautiful, and then they collect more water, but at the same time, um, they are not an inverted temple or just fancy structures. They, there is a lot of that kind of scientific thought went uh, into the construction of the step wells. When you look at the benefits, like so, normally when you look at the main problem of a well is the walls. Eventually, if you don't construct any kind of structure in the walls, they slowly, because it's all soil, slowly collapse and then buries the underground channels. So, but this one, because the channel is here, the construction is all around, so there is no chance of sides collapsing into the main well portion. So that prevents, that makes the well survive for longer periods. That's how we can still see the ancient wells for thousands of years still working even in the present day. We could see the wells surviving to this point. And then so the second reason is it draws more water and then stores more water. So that kind of concept, the step wells, enables drawing more water from the subterranean channels, and then easy to collect. Yeah, another reason is like when we see like if summertime, winter time, or rainy season, right? Because this pressure is more, the water level might come up to this point. So this one, so people go there and then collect the water there. And then in the summertime, the pressure might be very low. So well might be up to only this point. So it will go to here. But still you have steps to collect the water, no matter what's the depth of the well is. So that is the beauty of the step well. So the famous one is Rani ka Vav, but there's lot more step wells in India, but this is the one Praveen Mohan and the National Geographic kind of depicted as an inverted temple. When you think of step well as an inverted temple, um, where is the deity? How do you do puja and worship the god? There's nothing, right? It's definitely not a temple. So I'm also surprised to see at Dholavira, there is a water tank and there is a steps, and then there is a kind of a stream in one kind of the corner. I'm surprised that technique, it goes back even to the Indus Valley civilization, or what like modern saying of Saraswati Sindhu Valley civilization. So that is present way back in but the Dholavira construction is not like all the way steps there, like only on the one corner where the well is there, where probably where the stream was coming out into the well, they have steps, and then big kind of structure like this, but only few steps, and then big structure like this. Modern description of the historians is that it's kind of a water collection point or something like that, but this is also step well. It stores even more water. Like if you have only steps here and then do this, but the pressure is only here. If the stream has more pressure, it collects more water even up to here. And then I believe Osirion in Egypt, ancient Egypt construction. I heard like I saw in some videos saying that like you collect more water, pump out more water, but still there is water inside that Osirian complex. I believe that is also kind of works in the similar way. When in the water level is low, even the pressure will be very more than the combined pressure. So water flows rapidly into that container, and then when it slowly fills at that some point, then it stops. But when you keep on taking out water, if you keep on taking out the water keep on coming into the well if the pressure is more. So I think so that's why I just kind of want to clarify that notion, people believing that like it is nothing more than a kind of inverted temple doesn't make any sense. So just kind of give interested people a different way of explaining what is going on, why they constructed ancient Indians, the Stepwells, the reason behind it. Just wants to go share with you people. That's why I make the video. When we look at the what Praveen Mohan depicted the Rani ka Vav of Gujarat, Stepwell in Gujarat. He basically created a mold with whatever the structure of that stepwell, and then inverted that mold and showed like this is the normally temple structure, like main entrance and then other verandas or something, and then this is the main temple like kind of thing. But this is this is definitely not an inverted temple, because as I told earlier, they can't be deity somewhere. If they want to put deity, if this is upside down, they have to put deity somewhere, like murti of a god somewhere here, and that will be just will be hanging in the thin air. So that you can't assume like you can't say that like, this is a kind of temple. So this is the ground level, and this is the first step. It went into the lower, little bit lower, and further lower, and then further lower, and then this is the main. So probably this is where the stream coming in, because when they built an elaborate like this huge structure, the water coming from the subterranean stream might be very strong. So that's why they built so many chambers. Like if it overflows from here, so it gets stored in here. Then if it overflows, stored in here, or stored in here, like that. So people could go from, maybe first they will get the water from here. When it depletes, go there and go there like this. So this is how probably it was the purpose of its construction. Probably that's what, like to store more water, and then give people to a way to extract them when in difficult times. So the same thing was even the National Geographic also, India division depicted this as they basically picked it up from Praveen Mohan, I guess. I guess he was the first one who depicted it, and then National Geographic. So it is March 4, 2023. National Geographic. Praveen Mohan depicted it as number 14, 2022. So that's what kind of one by one kind of started to pick it up and then say that this is an inverted temple. but it's a step well designed to collect and store more water. And then this is the Osirion part. Um, like one of the YouTuber kind of documented it very well in this video. And this is also this, so these might be the deep wells, and then water comes up and stores in these kind of chambers. So I believe this is also one of the step well Osirian of Egypt. And then this is the Dholavira. You can see in one of the video. Um, so this is basically a water tank, and in one of the corner there is a deep chamber. So that deep chamber might be the source for the underground stream, water stream. So then it fills here, and then whatever the overflowed water gets stored in the bigger chamber. So if it is like a rainwater collecting thing, and then this pit don't have to be that deep, like a small, maybe up to here is good enough. Like a leftover water comes and stores here, and then you can take it out. But when the deep, like the pit is so deep, means like it is touching the underground currents, water currents, channels, and then those, when they tapped one of the channels, and then the stream basically comes out and then overflows into the bigger chamber. So that's what this is amazing. I didn't expect the same kind of structure in the Dholavira as well. So that is one thing. And when you search for Dholavira step wells, you find many beautiful structures all over India, and maybe in other countries as well. So these are the different kind of step wells. Um, and then what Wikipedia says, like a step well is mainly an utilitarian thing. So basically, it's easy, gives you an easy access to get the stored water, but it's more than that. It enables. So basically, the step wells might have been constructed on top of very strong undercurrents. Like if like a very small stream is coming, you can't build this humongous step well, and then you can't make use of when there is no water coming into the chambers, and you can't even make use of it. There's no use for that step well. So probably when they hit a huge water flow in the so underground, so then they thought this is the right place to build a step well. So that's how they constructed a step well and stored more water, and then so that made it useful for the people, I guess. So that I think covers the my view of what I believe uh, is the right real purpose of the step release. Thank you for watching.